Hey, what's up? I'm Matt. This is the first and only stock speedrun for the weekend of April 9th, 2022. It is a busy weekend for me, I'm afraid, so one is all you get. If you are unfamiliar with what a stock speedrun is, you can check this video's description for an explanation and a disclaimer as to its content. Let's go ahead and get this started here. I got stuff to do. ARK Restaurants. Restaurant company. Why so rarely traded? That's interesting, but it's a restaurant company. That's just surprising because a restaurant company, you know, people know restaurants. I'm surprised that this is not a popular stock to trade then. What kind of restaurants are, Oh, okay, no, these numbers actually kind of make sense. For some reason, when I first passed by these earnings numbers, my brain thought these two were negative also, but no, these two are fine. 2020 is negative. I think that, you know, that makes sense. They came roaring back in 2021 though, 12.89. That is amazingly better than both 2018 and 2019. I kind of wonder if that's reflected in the price. Look at 5 years. No, actually, it's lower than it was before the big COVID started. That's interesting. I wonder why. Tell you what, we're gonna find out when we go through these. We'll go through these articles. I want to figure out what company this is or what this is, though. Subsidiary owns and operates restaurants and bars in the United States. Really, no specific brands. It owned and operated 17 restaurants and bars. Oh, so it just owns like random local restaurants and bars. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of wonder what restaurants. Currently 4 in NYC, 1 in DC, 5 in Vegas, 1 in Atlantic City, 4 on the east coast of Florida, and 2 on the Gulf Coast of Alabama. So it's kind of spread all over the place. As well as had 17 fast food concepts and catering operations. I'm not too sure what this means. Whoa. Distinctively designed dining establishments in New York City. Bryant Park, so one of them is Bryant Park Grill. Actually, is there a list? Restaurants. Our restaurants. Bryant Park Grill in New York City. El Rio Grande. Is this Mexican? I like Mexican. Oh, house-made guacamole. Oh shit, that looks good. I know, Jesse, right? It's amazing. Robert, whatever the hell that is, and then Porch at Bryant Park, which I assume is adjacent in some way to Bryant Park Grill. And they have these in Las Vegas. These in, I like the name of that, Yolos. These in Florida. These in Alabama. Oh, they have Meadowlands locations too. Interesting. And DC and Atlantic City. Okay, cool, cool. Neato, and apparently they're doing good business. Because 2021 looks like a really good year. Maybe not the first quarter, but after that, they were killing it. And quarter 1 of 2020, well, actually no, I'm sorry, that's quarter 2. Actually, you know what? I want to make sure that these are correct. Shareholder be a bit more conservative for the ARK Restaurants CEO compensation for now. What's his compensation? How much is he siphoning from this company? Announces financial results for the first quarter of 2022. Oh, I guess they have announced 2022, so that's these numbers are accurate then. Let me take a look here. Total revenues for the 13 weeks were 43. That matches. And wait, I'm sorry. 13 weeks ended January 1st. 13 weeks ended January 1st includes revenues related to the blue. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was confused. Related to the Blue Moon Fish Company in Lauderdale by the Sea, which was acquired in December 1st of 2020. Was that on that list? I did not notice. Let's see. Where's the earnings? I want to see that. Cut non-controlling interest, expenses, blah, blah, blah. Net income for the 13 weeks was 2.2. Take a look at that. Quarterly. Yeah, 2.2. That matches. So quarter one was fantastic. Quarter one was on par with quarter three and quarter four. So I think 2022 so far, because it looks like 2021 only turned around for them from quarter two to quarter three, and it looks like 2022 is on pace at being better than 2021, even though 2021 was still a fairly good year for them. However, looking back at this chart, something I'm noticing is that the revenues were lower, but the earnings were higher. I mean, I would, like, that's good, but also not good. Because earnings, I feel like, is the more important number, right? I would put more emphasis on that than the lower revenues, but still, lower revenues is something to pay attention to because it signals that there's something a little fishy about the numbers. Let's see, reinvesting at lower rates of return. Is it now? They have not made a gain on their investment in the past 3 years. Yes. If you're talking strictly share price, then yes, which is unfortunate. And I don't really understand why, because this seems like this isn't doing that badly. Concerning is that despite positive EPS growth, yes, very good growth, share price has not tracked the trend in fundamentals. I agree. May want to question the board on the future direction of the company in the upcoming AGM on March 15th, which has already passed. It is April. Was that the last article from these guys? Yes. So I don't know what may have become of that. I'm not too sure what AGM is, but tell you what, we're going to look that up in Phase 2. It could also try to influence management and firm directly through voting on resolutions. Here's our take on why we think Sarah may want to be cautious or approving a raise for the CEO at the moment. He's making this fuck-ton pile of money. It's a moderate increase of 3.9%. Particular salary makes up a huge portion of the total compensation being paid to the CEO. Oh no, I'm sorry, I understand. This is total compensation. And this is salary compensation. This is cash. I guess the rest is... well, it says other here. I don't know what that means. Well, hey, what is this supposed to mean? Other. What? What other? 23% of total compensation represents salary, while the remainder 77% is other remuneration. I can read, damn it. The form of a salary significantly higher than the industry average. The total compensation veers towards salary, so the variable portion, which is generally tied to performance, is lower. That's interesting. They're implying that because the significant portion of the CEO's salary is cash, then that implies that the normal salary, such as stock that he would receive, which tracks the company, is not opted for. That is an interesting observation, and I guess just based on how the chart is looking, I can see why he would want that, but I don't understand why it's tracking like this. Because the company actually looks in fairly good shape. Maybe not. Because I know I said that 2022 was tracking to look like a lot like 2021, but no, not really, because look at these. Look at these two quarters, quarter 4 of 2021 and quarter 4 of 2022. Revenues are similar, but earnings are not. Earnings are way off mark. This was 6, almost 7. This was 2. Kinda wonder what that was about. The COVID-19 update. Risks and uncertainties as a result of outbreak of local, state, federal government responses. Distributions. Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. Huh. Reinvesting at lower rates of return. ARKR as a return, ultimately that's a low return. It underperforms the hospitality industry. Earnings before interest and tax, total assets, current liabilities. Interesting, interesting. What was the thing that I said that I wanted to look up? I wanted to look up... what was it? AGM. I can't spell. Well, there's literally the article I just read. Vote support at last AGM. On March 15th, 2020, held its annual meeting of shareholders. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it... Wait, is that what it means? AGM? Annual meeting of share... That doesn't... Alright, I'm gonna read this. So this annual meeting of shareholders, following matters were submitted to a vote of the company's shareholders meeting. Election of 8 directors. Abstain, non-vote 4. I guess they don't publish the against numbers? That's strange. Ratification of stock option plan. Ratification of appointment of these guys as the auditors. A lot of 4, not many against. A lot of 4, not many against. A lot of 4. I guess we don't know how many against. Although looking at these numbers, that's interesting. Apparently, no one likes Marcia because she got the lowest number of votes. I mean, it probably still passed. But that's very strange. I don't know why. Apparently people are the most apathetic toward her also because there was the most number of abstained for her. Like, I know, I mean, for shares of companies that I hold, I always vote just because I feel like it's my right to vote and I want to exercise that, but I often don't know what I'm voting for, especially with board of directors. Like, I don't want to have to look up these people all the time and see if they're good. Especially because I'm only voting with, at maximum, a couple hundred shares at a time, and but my votes probably don't even really matter. Just like real politics. So, I don't, like, I know I want to exercise my right to vote, but I don't feel like it's worth putting in the effort to actually make an informed decision. I know that sounds terrible. I know that sounds awful. But that's kind of my take on that. Let's see, what else do I think about this? Oh, just based on the numbers, the earnings, I would say I want to give it a buy, because it seems like it's going places, but I can't get over that one article about the CEO compensation had a very good point, and the price for some reason doesn't go anywhere. It was even higher back in the mid 2000s. Very strange. Let's see. What about conversations? Anything going on in here? I thought this was a Cathie Wood fund. Why? Now, speaking of Cathie Wood, here she is. She sold 90% of her Twitter stock this year. And then Elon Musk sent the shares soaring. Another loss for ARK Investments. Gotta cope. Honestly, I don't understand. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna go on a rant about that. Forget it. ARK Restaurants ETF? No, that's not what this is. Offering for, I don't know what the hell this guy's screaming about. Cathie's going to beat all of the restaurants. Oh, is she now? How many dummies thought this was associated with Cathie Woods and ARK Investments? Was that actually last year? I just saw the stock and thought it was an ARK fund and was doing my... Oh, because it's called ARK. Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Let's see. I mean, I think I've kind of made up my mind. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I can look at that would help me figure it out. The CEO isn't getting compensated in a whole lot of shares. What about the transactions? Is anybody buying just out of purchases, 0, sales, NA? I'm not too sure how NA is any different from 0. I'm guessing that's also 0. Sale, 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 sale. Ugh. So just based, this is a weird one. Just based on the numbers and the earnings, like, it seems good. It seems like they're going places, but there's a lot of red flags that's telling me that maybe those numbers aren't the whole truth. Whether it be the share, and you can point to a lot of things. Whether it be the share price that doesn't go anywhere, or the CEO not choosing to be compensated in mostly cash, or just the insider. Or just the insider trades we just saw, where it's all sales, no purchases. I think all of that averages out to a hold. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. I'm not too and hold is, again, hold it if you own it. And if you don't have it, you don't buy it. But holding it if you own it at least implies there's a small chance of it going up. I'm not entirely too sure how big that chance is. I'm also not sure what the catalyst event would need to be for that to happen, because I feel like the common things people look for has already happened, such as the fantastic turnaround in those earnings and how they're doing fairly well at this point. Maybe it's the idea that there's no growth there, because even though the earnings have been doing well these past 3 quarters, there's not a whole lot of increase in growth in those numbers. I don't know, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm interested to see where this might go in the future, because there's a lot of... I feel like there's a lot of things that can pull this in different directions. All of them right now, as I've described, equal a hold, taken as the totality of everything. But I kind of wonder how that could change in the future. Maybe they can acquire new restaurants. I don't know when the last time they did that was. Well, no, the last time there was that article that said they bought, like, Blue Fish, Blue Moon, something like that. That was last quarter, I think it said it was. So I guess they're doing acquisitions. I don't know. I'd be interested to see where this goes. But for now, based on the information I saw and what I know and what I could ascertain, I think a hold. I think a hold is solid for this. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.